There are so many people here that don't have a voice, and they need us.
Would you like to dance?
Sometimes she listens to the
How's
pictures.
that?
Yeah.
Here you have individuals coming in every day looking after a spouse that they have adored for 62 years. You've got people looking after their mothers, siblings, and it's hard, it's long, it's arduous, and you don't know that some of the concerns you had are not just yours alone. When you hear others sharing them, it just helps with the load.
A family council is a group of dedicated family members and friends of residents who gather together to improve the lives of their loved ones living in a long-term care home through peer support for members, facilitating communication, advocating regarding collective concerns, and learning and exchanging information.
They work collaboratively with administration, and they work with staff, and we work together as a team.
We like to get the feedback, their input, because at the end of the day, we're trying to make the residents' life as best as possible. And the family plays a really big, important role for that.
Our present administrator is very willing and open to work with us.
We have an open door policy, and they also have an open door policy, so that communication is ongoing.
You both want the same goal. You both want what's best for your residents. And that, to me, that's not a loggerhead issue. That should be something that cooperatively you can reach.
If you become actively involved in your family council, your resident will benefit. And I see that so much so in my loved one here. They know me by name when I walk in the halls, and they tell me about my loved one. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Family councils can affect real change, including helping make a long-term care home more accessible and welcoming.
We have a lovely campus here at Providence Healthcare. Unfortunately, a few years ago, the sidewalks were not continuous. This was brought to Family Council by one of our members, and from that we formed a subcommittee, and we did some research, and we looked at sort of what would be the possibilities of having a continuous ring walk, we called it. And we then brought that to administration, and then administration took that up to senior management, and then senior management felt that that would be an initiative that they could take on. So today we have a continuous sidewalk at the Providence Healthcare, which is used by residents, families, and staff in a safe environment.
I wanted to just share this document with you that I prepared for senior management, and it's a summary of the inspections that we had in October and then again in April.
A family council can also make positive contributions to the programs and services available to residents.
We today have a palliative care committee, which is multidisciplinary. Family Council has been asked to sit on that committee. I feel that is remarkable, and that looks to the partnership and that they appreciate and want our advice and our opinions.
Giving you a little bit of a massage. A little massage on your knee.
Anne does not recognize me anymore. She hears me. Unfortunately, to this day, we do not have any meaningful conversations. Anne loves music, and so what I did through the Alzheimer's Society, I got her an iPod, and we listened to music together. And actually from that, I was quite strong in spearheading the iPod project here at the houses, to the extent now we have an iPod committee that I am part of with other committee members here at the houses.
Peer support is an important aspect of family councils. Family Council members support each other in a variety of ways, from simply being a sounding board to offering practical advice.
My husband was having this odd cough, and I sort of asked around, and other people said their loved ones had gone through that too, and that that's why they have to have a puree meal, because you can cough and that can turn into pneumonia if some of the cough would get caught and go into your lungs. And I thought, oh, where else would I have heard that?
It's helped me in some of those sad moments. There has been sad moments that I have experienced here, and knowing that I can just either call someone or see someone in the hall and embrace them and sort of help me get over that bit of a bump in the road. Good evening, everyone, and thank you all for coming to our meeting. And our meeting goal tonight is to finalize our vision, mission, and goals for our Family Council.
Everyone can be part of a family council. That's part of the Long-Term Care Act. So even if you're not attending meetings, you are a family council member. We have our minutes, our agenda, then we hear from the administrator, and people can question. It's open to general questions to the administrator. We decide what we believe are the priorities, and we do that every year, right? We have our goals, and then we look at how we're going to achieve them.
Family Council meetings also provide an opportunity to work on projects, plan special events, and educate members on a variety of topics.
For example, last year we invited the Alzheimer's Society to come and provide education sessions for our membership, but also for the families at the houses.
Setting up a family council is not a difficult process. Resources and support are readily available.
Probably the first thing I'd say if you were starting a family council would be to go to Family Councils Ontario, which was a great resource for our family council when we set up. There's a booklet, there's practically everything you need, and I think it's highly effective.
Their monthly e-bulletins are full of up-to-date information, access to webinars through the Family Councils Ontario, and also their excellent conferences that bring us all together from Ontario, where we can network with other family councils in Ontario.
The Long-Term Care Homes Act details the powers of a family council, who can be a member, the role of the home staff, and more.
The main reason why we're here is for the resident. And the families play an important role in that resident's life. So if we're going to look after our residents properly, we need to have the input from the family members. And they're advocating for their loved ones the same way we are advocating for the residents. So it's important to have that partnership and that resource available to the home.
Our job as a family council should be to celebrate the remaining years of a resident's life, and I think it's a wonderful way to do that. And so how do we celebrate? I mean, we know they're not going to get better. We know they're not, it's not a case, it's not like a hospital drive. We should all be looking for ways to enhance the quality of life, to make each resident's life better.
To learn more about how to start your own family council, visit the Family Councils Ontario website at www.fco.ngo or call toll-free 1-877-622-9968.